Hello everyone. Welcome back to a Girls Frontline 2 video. I'm so sorry. This video it is extremely late. I was supposed to make this video a long time ago, and I did, but I didn't like it. So I'm redoing it. And well, here it is. What should you be doing when you first start this game? How do you progress the fastest? Well, by doing your campaign right here. Make sure that the first thing you do as a new player is you clear your campaign. Don't focus on anything else but your campaign. Let's say you completed some part of the story. At some point, while you level up, you will be unlocking the supply missions. When you get here, don't waste your stamina here yet, alright? Don't waste it. You'll be getting very little stuff. I think here you can somewhat do it, but I wouldn't recommend it too much still. I still would recommend that you will be unlocking this first. So this is the thing you should worry about. This will be where you get your T-Dolls experience. This is weapon experience. This is Ascension, I believe. This is like Ascension levels where they reach like a gap. This is gear. That's why I said to not do it, because this is gear. And if you guys played other gachas, you know that you doing the first few missions doesn't actually reward you with the best stuff or the best chances to get the best stuff. You usually want to wait all the way to like here or here even to get higher tier stuff easier. When it comes to supply missions though, the gold, you should do it every day once you unlock it, because gold will be done only twice a day, just like that. So gold is limited. You cannot do it again. See, even if I wanted to, I can't. So make sure you do this every day. However, if this is your first day, I don't think you will unlock any of this just yet. Just continue your campaign. Combat simulation. Eventually you will reach this, right? This is important for your characters. As you see, it provides you with very important materials that you will need to either ascend, or I believe these items actually are for your T-Dolls nodes. So technically you can call them skills. So if you go to the refitting room, it should be these. It should be like these things here. So for example, it will require not that one, but like these right here. You can't see it, so hold on, let me show you somebody that you probably can do it on. There we go. You'll be getting those from there. Most of these you guys won't have to worry about when you start, but just to explain it very briefly, this is going to be your weekly bosses. This is gonna reset every week, and you will be progressing. The more you progress, the harder the boss should be getting, to my knowledge. And that's pretty much it. This is, I mean, if you guys are familiar with maybe like PJR, Snowbreak kind of weekly bosses, you should know what this is. This right here, combat exercise, is your PvP. And what you want to do here is, if you're on the defense, please put one character only for your defense. You gain absolutely nothing from setting a full team here. You don't get anything. You will actually, by setting one, you will be helping a lot more people. So for example, look, see, this person has one person. Oh, I'm so glad people are starting to know. I'm glad. Yeah, don't try too hard, all right? You literally gain nothing from putting your defense on a full team, or with a full team, I should say. So please make sure you do that. And to make things even easier, once you do things like this, You can just auto it too, so you don't have to worry about it. As you see here, I just finished one of the PvP matches, and look, I went up. And if we look at my record, I should have been defeated at some point. I don't know, it's not here. Right here. See, somebody defeated me. Or I think this is what it is. Don't worry about it. Just seriously, don't worry about it. Don't try too hard. This is not meant to be this hard. So make sure you do all your 3 every day. And if for some reason you find all people being like this, don't worry, you can refresh every hour to my knowledge. Peak value. This is like a horde mode kind of thing. You have a specific amount of waves or a specific amount of enemies that you need to defeat before a specific turn. That mode is kind of tough, actually. So best of luck to you. Expensive dolls. These are just almost like missions. So, you know, do these at your own leisure. It says it resets in 3 days and 11 hours. Don't worry about it. Just do these at your own pace, at your own leisure. So don't worry too much about these right now. Once again, I want to make sure if you're just starting and you unlock all of this, don't worry too much about this right now, because you want to make sure you unlock the best things out of everything, especially these. So please, just focus on your campaign. That's all I did. And let's say you are capped, right? Like at some point, you'll be like capped, let's say here. Let's say here. And then it'll tell you, oh, you need to reach Commander 20 something. So if that is the case, and you see these, you will want to waste this, right? But I actually have a tip for this. Instead of wasting these, at some point you should be unlocking your not the dormitory, the dispatch room. In the dispatch room, you will be getting a dispatch income. Here is where you will get your capped stamina. So let's say you played for a little bit, you had to go somewhere, you came back, and you've been like, it's been like 2 hours since your stamina has been capped. It will be right here. You can claim your extra stamina right here. If you don't have anything here, then you can use these a little bit for sure, just to continue progressing, or leave it for the day. Your choice. But now that we're in the dispatch room, you can also claim some gold. I'ma wait, as I just played on reset, so I'm gonna play actually later on tomorrow before reset, so don't worry about my stuff. But since we're in the dispatch room now, what I want to talk about here is you're gonna have to level up all of them. Not all the way, just to 15, because every dispatch node thing, or thing, requires two T-dolls, and it requires them to be at level 15. Any more than that is kind of unnecessary unless it is your main team that you're using. Now, talking about what requirements you need. So for example, I just unlocked this not too long ago. As you see, you need level 15, you need to play with the unit once, and you need to give them a gift. Once you do that, you should be able to put them in these squares. Now, there is something important to keep in mind here. You will need to level up your dispatch room. To level up your dispatch room, you're actually required to level up all your units. All your units to level 8. However, from what I've been doing is I've been leveling up all my units just to level 2. Only because of the amount of experience that it requires you to reach a new level. Once you unlock this, it will go towards this. You see how I have these things here? I can't level it up. I need more. right here, it tells me I require more. Just level up your characters to level 2 affinity. Now you may be saying, okay, that's kind of hard though, because that's a lot of, that still requires a lot of materials in terms of gifts. Well, there's a couple ways to get some gifts. One would be through events, right? One is through events for sure. Clearing everything, make sure you're clearing everything. And obviously this is for players who have reached higher in their levels and they've already, you know, gone past, I think, level or chapter 3. Or are in chapter 3. You should be unlocking events. I believe so. To my knowledge, yes, that's the thing. And well, if you know how events work, then just do events. Also, please don't stress too much about events. What you want to do here is you want to hella rush these. These you do want to rush, but don't worry about these, because once you unlock events, they actually kind of stack. Like, I don't know if you see that I have a 3 here. When I first got here, I only did one hard when I unlocked this. I only did one of them. The next day, I had like 8 or 7, something like that. So don't stress too much. Just make sure you clear as much as you can. And if this is where you end up for the day, this is where you end up for the day. Don't worry. Look. You get 560. I believe it's 560 what I'm seeing. It's 560. Yes, it's 560 what I'm seeing. You get literally 560 in all of these. So don't worry too much. Part 2 just unlocked. So, you know, you may want to do that and take care of that. But as you see, it's a different currency here of rewards, because the store is actually divided into 2 parts as well. What do I recommend getting out of this since now we're in here? I recommend you actually get everything. Obviously, that's the goal. Clear up everything. But make sure you leave these last. And I only say these 3 last right here. The gold, this, and this. Because you want to get the gifts. The gifts are probably the most important parts. One of the most important parts. Obviously, this is the important part. Number 1, because this will grant you to continue, I want to call it the skill tree of each T-doll. And you'll obviously want to get the poles, and more poles, and more poles. That should be your main focus. And gifts, of course. So now that that's done, let's talk about the fun stuff. And what is the fun stuff? The recruitment. That depends on you, actually. It depends on you if it's, you know, the fun stuff. Anyways, if you're a gacha gamer, you already know what this is. You already know how this works. Now, what you probably don't know, but you can probably expect it, it's the same old. It is, I believe, 80. Actually, it's 80 instead of 90 here. Should be 80 polls. I know it says 34. Leave me alone. I've been trying to get a dupe for Suomi, but I'm kind of going to wait it out now. I don't want it no more. I'm gonna wait it out and see who's next, because our version is mixed. It's shuffled, so we don't know who's coming. Do I recommend Suomi? Yes, absolutely. I recommend Suomi. If you, by any chance, get Suomi's 4-star weapon, which is called Suomi, funny enough, if by any chance you get it from this banner, I will be very happy for you. So yes, this is where you want to waste these targeted access permission, and where you want to waste pretty much everything. Now, if you see mine versus yours, if you're just starting, yours probably has an extra banner at the top here. That extra banner, I don't have it. It is a beginner's banner, and I do recommend that you pull on it. The beginner's banner should grant you the chance to get one of the standard banner characters for the cost of 8 poles instead of 10 how we have them here. I should probably talk about the dorm room. Ah, yes, the dorm room. Yes, the dorm room. The fun mode. For everybody, the fun mode. So if you're like me, and you bought, you know, every skin. Well, I haven't bought every skin, but I did buy this skin. In the dorm room, you will get to... So you guys remember when we talk about the gifts? The gifts will be given here in the dorm room. And you can post them differently. Oh, I have a new post. And they'll come with each... I actually like this one. This one's pretty cute. I love that one. Ah, the legendary one. I'm sure you guys have seen this one around. Let's say you like this, right? Let's say you like this and you want more about this. You can actually do this, funny enough. You can do this. Press this icon right here. Click that. And voila, it is now your home screen. And now you can do that forever. And very cool enough, very cool enough, if you go to the refining room, let's say we go to Suomi, right? And we go here. And we click like this. Very cute, right? We click here again. And that's it. That's it. Now it's your profile room. Or your home screen. Very cool, right? If you would like to change your home screen, I'm sure you guys did the tutorial, but go right here. You can go between everything that you have and whatnot. I'm sure everyone starts with this one. Everyone likes the Elmo, right? This is where you will be seeing all your stuff here. You know, this is the refueling room, public area, Elmo, the storeroom, trading post, everything that you guys pretty much have will be accessible on the robot. You don't need the robot. If you have, for example, let's just say this one, right? Oh, shoot. I messed it up. I'm sorry. This is the robot icon right here at the bottom left. Sorry, I'm dyslexic most of the time, so I had to make sure I got that right. Bottom left, this will be your robot. You can also press M for mail. You know, there's shortcuts, so you don't have to like click everything. You guys should have also had something right at the top here. It's either under or on top of this one. Make sure you do that. However, if you choose to ignore it, that's kind of okay. However, I don't recommend it too much because that's going to give you polls for standard banner, and I believe it does give you some for limited, but it's mostly coming for standard banner. So please don't forget to do your mission things that are up here. That is not the event. Please don't forget to do that, so you can get yourself a character that you need. Now, the other thing that I recommend as you level up is please do your dailies. Please do your dailies. Please do your dailies and make sure you do them all and claim it. It will grant you a really big boost at the start for you, and that might help you reach that part of, you know, where you're stuck and you're like, oh, I need to be level 70 or not 70, level 27. Now I'm level 26 and I have no more experience. You even for some reason wasted these, right? All the way. And by the way, please don't use this Don't use that. That's your pulls. Use these in the middle. So let's say you wasted all that and you're very, very close. Who knows? Maybe you could have gotten the rest of your experience right here in your dailies. Your dailies are super, super easy in this game. I think that's one of the reasons why I like this game outside of the graphics, the art style, and the combat. Now, what else do I recommend that you do? I strongly recommend that you claim everything from the battle pass. Whether you paid for it or not, I still recommend that you do so. This will grant you big rewards. So I definitely do recommend you do so. With all of that out of the way, what else is there to talk about? Shop, pop-up stuff. This is for the light spenders and or even free-to-plays. A specific thing that actually not many people are talking about right now, which is, well, we already somewhat talked about the battle pass, right? We talked about the battle pass, and I strongly recommend you guys that you get the battle pass. It doesn't matter whether you want this one or this one. Either one is fine. Is it worth it? I said yes, actually. Every other level or so, you actually choose whether you want to get gems or not. You know, the thing to use to pull characters with. I think that's freaking fantastic. At a specific level, it will ask you at around level 30, if you guys play other games like Hoyo games, you guys know that every battle pass comes with their own weapon. If I had to suggest one of these weapons, it would probably be the what is it? The AR? I think it's the one that is recommended. But honestly, choose whatever you kind of need. So don't worry too much about it. Eventually, if you keep buying the battle pass, you know, each time it resets, then you'll be getting everything. So don't worry too much about it. However, this one's a huge tip. Huge, extremely, very important tip. When you go to the shop, when you go to the quality selection, sorry if you guys see this up and down slider thing. I'm zooming in, I'm visually impaired, so I need to like read what I'm doing sometimes. So quality selection, well, you want to go to standard package. In standard package, look, there's a free thing every single day. Look, I just got extra gold. If you play Zenless, I think this would be kind of like the scratch, kind of like the scratching thing with like the ticket scratch. So that's the only thing I can compare it to. But it's mainly just, and if you play PGR, you know that we get 2 free things each week and 1 of them every day. So make sure you do that every single day. I don't think I need to talk about these, right? You guys know, you either like the skins or you don't like the skins. You like the skins, you pay them. You know, you buy them, or you don't. This is going to be the currency that you will be using, that you can also get from getting these. These are your standard daily, you know, monthly things that you get. Which one do I recommend? Obviously this one. This one will be giving you, you know, things to pull with every day. So I recommend that you get these. So what do you use these for then? All right, well, let's say you bought enough of these at some point and you have a lot, right? What do? You can actually, funny enough, as you see here, you can actually spend this currency instead of actually buying it with money. That's pretty fantastic if you tell me. That's pretty out. You're essentially just buying something for free. Just because you spend a specific amount on the game. Therefore, it's like a return. Obviously, this is going to be where all the skins for the weapons are, which is always nice. here you want to make sure that you get the pulls every single month, and maybe not the attachment, and maybe that's it. And maybe that's it. Okay, another tip here. I'm not a CN player, but I did hear this from CN. Please, for the love of God, do not. At first I thought, oh, this is nice, you can essentially like pull, and then you can get all the standard weapon banner character weapon thingies, because there's nothing else that you can spend this. There's nothing else that you can spend this on. However, turns out that later on, I don't know how later, I don't know if this is gonna be in the next patch or the one before the next patch, who knows. At some point, you will be able to get these. So basically, you could be spending, instead of spending these or these on the weapons, you could spend this currency on more pulls. So kind of like this. And we all know, and you guys know, every gacha has them. So I was very surprised to see that this one didn't. And at first I was very glad. You obviously do whatever you want. I'm just kind of giving you a warning here, just so you don't really feel scammed later on. When leveling up a character, you will be asked, these are your, your dupe system. As I talked about this before, you will be getting ascension levels for your characters that you will need. Remember when we talked about the events? This is the currency you'll be needing, so this is limited. If you want to think about these in a way, would be maybe like Genshin's crown system, where they're pretty rare to get. Level ups. Once again, don't level up your characters past 15. Only focus all the way to 15 and eventually work on the characters that you want to work on, and make sure you level them up. Our difficulty is reduced on like CN, and that's why most of us are pretty much, if not everybody on the global side, is able to auto. I don't know why it's reduced, but it is reduced. Am I glad? Sure. Sure. Now, weapons, levels. Each character is capped and tied to whatever your profile level is. So for example, if I want to level up, Moses and Noggin, I can only level her up to 36 because that is the level I'm at. But eventually when you reach things like 35, level 40, you'll be required to get the things that I mentioned earlier that you can only get from supply missions and so on. So plan your stuff accordingly. Don't level up everyone past level 15. And have fun. Your friends lists are actually very important. Here on your friends list, whenever you see these units right here that are on my friends list, you can use your character's friends list. When you use your character's friends list, or when someone uses one of your characters, you will get stamina. So make sure you claim it so you don't cap it. But people can use your characters, which is freaking amazing. It's freaking amazing. That's so awesome. You get gold, and people get to use your characters. You get to use their characters. And isn't some things, not everything, but it does work where it needs to work. So, don't stress about it. Alright, everybody. I think that's it. Have fun. Enjoy Girls Frontline 2. And I will see you guys later, alright? I want to continue making more Girls Frontline 2 videos. I just don't know what to currently make, as I am not a guide maker, but I can provide these type of guides where I tell you guys what to do in terms of maybe like upcoming events and upcoming things, but not builds. I'm not the best for builds. I'm a player that kind of just, I don't play, like I do pay attention, but I'm not a stat player. I'm a play player. And not pay. Did I say pay? I meant play. I'm a play player, not pay player. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you very much. And enjoy Girls Frontline 2, everybody. I'll see you guys later, alright? Bye-bye.